What's going on, guys? Welcome to a new season of Creative in Focus, and kicking the season off, we have a very beautiful and talented person in the studio.
Okay, enough flattering lah.
Alright, yes, please introduce yourself.
So, hey guys, my name is Joanna Joseph. I am 23 years old. I'm currently doing my diploma in TESOL at MSU Shalam, also a freelance model, upcoming actress. Hopefully out of Malaysia one day also.
I was so surprised when you said you're 23.
Oh, I look very old lah.
No, because I thought you are younger than me. Because I remember the first time we met, you said you were like 20 plus. I was 21 something. Right, I was like, wow, you're the same age as me?
People think I'm older normally. So,
is it?
Yeah, people think I'm married with kids.
Are you?
No, not married, not with kids.
Okay. So, most of you guys who don't know Joanna, right? Joanna is actually being covered a lot in social media for a particular reason, and we don't want to cover that because
It's been covered too much.
Yeah, too much really, too much. So, but we want to tackle something because she's an experienced model. You've done like a lot of pageants, fashion shows, right?
Yep.
So how was it?
I had very bad experiences and very good experiences. But I think it's normal lah. When you normally start off something, right? I feel like you're normally bad at it, and then over time you become good at it. So I'm not gonna lie, I sucked at first. It was really hard for me to catwalk and do my makeup and everything. But then eventually I kind of got the move of it lah, And there's a lot of things in the industry which people outside don't know. I feel a lot of political stuff, things that go behind closed doors. Not sure if I should be talking about this.
We gotta be talking about that. Woo, gossips. All right. So because we actually interviewed another model, commercial model, but he's more foreigner, not a local model. So we want to get like a input from a local model that has went through international model with international brands as well. So we want to know what is all the gossip sessions.
I can spill some tea for you.
So here's an article that I read a few weeks ago before this recording. Is that they say that women earn less than female models. Is there still sexism going on in the modeling industry? Do you think it's true?
I would say it's true in a way, because I feel like in the modeling industry, the female market has a lot of competition. So everyone is just waiting to race with each other to the top. So it's quite difficult. To choose also is quite hard. And there's a lot of pretty women outside there. Even I face difficulties nowadays, we are aging. So maybe back then my market was high. Now my market is slowly dropping. So you got to keep up with the race with other models, to always keep doing something, content or photo shoot, especially now during the MCO. I think everything has been really tough for a lot of people. So it's been quite difficult lah. Sitting at home you can't do much, but then you still have to come out with something. So you have to do home-based shoots, home-based content. It's not only about modeling at this point, it's about other stuff as well.
But what do you mean other stuff? What kind of content do you think a model should be doing?
I follow this model on Instagram. Her name is Hamil Patel, and she's this really creative person. If you go check out, she has a lot of shoots in her house which she does herself. She has no photographer, she has no one. So the whole setup and everything is in her own house with her own camera. She just sets the timer and the pictures are the bomb. So I kind of got inspiration from her a bit lah to do something, and kind of worked out. I mean, not as good as her lah, but it's somehow something like that lah, And then a lot of people tend to move slowly into skincare brands. Okay, this is my morning routine, this is what I do for my face and all. So that's how it has been going lately during the MCO. But before that, I think, the usual people will ask for your com card, and then you have to send your com card and wait for a response, and then they'll be like, I'm so sorry, you're not selected, we need a certain criteria and everything, and sometimes you just don't fit the criteria, so it's quite hard lah. Male models, I think there are very less male models in the industry, if you ask me, compared to female.
Oh, is that why the competition is quite low, is it?
Well, can say. I mean, how many male models have you seen out there lately? Young best.
I'm a dude, so I don't see male models. Just for disclaimer.
Fine. But then, male models are not that much. There's only a handful. So they really have no choice in the end of the day. Okay lah, can lah, that kind of thing. But when it comes to female models, there's so many. So the selection, the picking and everything is quite difficult. You really have to, sit down and pick someone. So it's quite hard lah, I'm not gonna lie lah. It's been really bad for me also. So.
Especially the 2020. I mean, 2020 has been quite hard.
2020.
Yeah, it's really coming to an end really.
It's cancelled.
A lot of things got cancelled.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
The whole year is a cancelled year.
Yeah, especially for the models who are in the fashion industry. There's a lot of fashion label got like closed down. So I feel bad for them lah.
True, even Victoria's Secret I heard is doing pretty badly.
Was
And
it?
yeah, a few other Forever 21 big brands are actually shutting down worldwide because they're not getting enough of people buying. Online buying is also quite bad. Like I think we all prefer to somehow go there and shop compared to online. But because of the pandemic now we have to go online shopping and everything, and not many people get to go out lah. You know how the SOP is here, right? You stand outside your house, you can summon 1,000. So
Shading someone.
sorry, PDIM. Not. I mean, I'm just speaking the truth facts.
True lah, true lah. I don't think they'll be listening to this. If they are, please sponsor me, thanks.
They sponsor you jail time lah.
Oh. Okay. So just so that people who's listening to you, right, most of them they don't know what you have accomplished before this, so that they can actually know that, hey, you know what, I should be listening to Joanna. So just share like few achievements that you actually achieved in the past.
Okay, so my biggest achievement, I would say, back to that, the main thing would be my weight loss. To cut it extremely short, I used to be really fat last time. I used to be 104, and then I reduced to about 53. And then I joined a pageant, and then my story became viral. So that's how everybody got to know me. Like,
What pageant was it?
it was Miss Selangor 2016.
And you were the winner?
Yeah.
Alright, guys. See, there is a possibility, you know.
That is like I still remember because they were finding for someone for their perfect kind of winner, pageant winner. And then like when I joined for fun, I knew nothing about pageants. I just simply joined without knowing anything. And the next thing I know, they're like, oh my god, okay, you're in, we're gonna crown you. And I'm like, yo, what the hell, like I'm not really that experienced. I don't know how to represent a particular state. So the pressure was so intense lah, honestly. And then like when my story went quite out there and everyone knew who I was, and then I had to compete for the national pageant, I think there was a lot of jealousy inside and people weren't really happy lah, like I had no friends. Like,
It's like an underdog coming in stealing the prize.
something like that lah. I mean I'm like a very friendly, jovial person. I like talking to people and everything. But then like when I went,
That's true, guys. That is very true. The way we met, right? She actually DM'd me. It's like, hey, can you do a photo shoot? I'm like, wow. A model asking me for DM. It's just like,
yeah, I
this is
like
the first
working with
time.
new people. I always like exploring. That's me. I don't like to see like status. I think a lot of people look at like, I can't. People need to approach me. I can't approach people. But I'm like the opposite. I like approaching people and let's work together. So yeah, I'm like that lah. So when I went for the pageant, it was a bit messed up. I had no friends. People started talking shit behind my back, and then like the usual drama.
Yeah.
Women.
I mean, okay. For the people who's listening and watching this from the YouTube, right? Most of them, like, okay, I have some people, my friends, they want to join modeling as like a career, like commercial model, being a talent, but they don't know that there's like a lot of bad side, negative side to
Oh
it.
no, guys! If you're planning to join, please join. Just because I'm saying things, don't be like, oh my god, I'm not gonna join.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a hard industry. I'm not
Yes.
gonna lie. I think everything that we do, even not only modeling, other stuff, there are political stuff behind
Yes.
it.
That means you have to agree that creative industry in Malaysia is quite hard to enter, and once you're there, you need to be covering all the dark side of the creativity and the light side or bright side.
The bright side, yeah.
Light side lah.
But whatever that comes with pros, of course, has cons.
There's always a cons lah. So I just want to ask you, like, what were the cons when you first started out? Let's say you're a newbie, right? Since you say you have no friend, what were the cons you were experiencing?
There was a lot of criticism. I feel like people, I wasn't used to criticism. So this is the one thing I feel like people should be very open to when they are in the modeling industry. There will be people who are going to come and criticize you. Like, I think that you should lose weight. I think that you should gain weight. I think that you should grow your boobs. I had people telling me that like it's too small, it's too big. You need to be a size this, size that, and there will be a lot of people that come and tell you all this lah. So you shouldn't like take it to heart and be all down about it. You should actually take it positively, or probably just ignore lah. Just be like, haha, okay. Like the whole key to this whole thing is just being like, okay, all the time. Like, okay, I accept it. Moving on. Okay. That's just it. So that's one thing, criticism. Another thing is, of course, you'll get the backlash from the public lah. Malaysia is a pretty not open country. I think we both know that.
Yeah, but we all say it's open country, but technically it's not lah.
Yeah, it's not. Like, you're not allowed to do what you want to do.
Yes.
And sometimes you just want to do shoots which you feel that are comfortable in, maybe a lingerie shoot, a bikini shoot. And then
boudoir shoots.
Yeah, I love stuff like that because when it comes to boudoir, to me, it's very body confidence kind of thing for me, especially since I went through the transformation, right? I kind of like feel that when I'm doing shoots like that, it makes me happy with my body. But then when you post stuff like that online, especially being an Indian, the Indian community is very unaccepting.
Yes.
So the minute you do that, they're like, oh my gosh, she's a slut, she's a bitch, she sleeps with everyone. That thing will come out.
Yes.
If you're a model, automatically people will say you sleep around. So you gotta just like know that one thing lah. I think when it comes to like Indian, this is the stereotype among Indians which I've been hearing ever since I got in. I'm not sure when it comes to like the Malay side of the industry or the Chinese side of the industry, because I think they have it much more, cooler, chiller. But then when it comes to Indian, everything is like, oh, you're bringing down the Indian name, you're doing this, you're doing that. Like recently I did a sari shoot and like I was just wearing a crop top with a sari and that went viral and people started bashing like, oh, you're bringing down the Indian culture by putting the
How? Okay lah. You know what they say, right? If you put fuel to the haters, they keep hating on you. I mean, like, truth be told, what is the problem in that? Like,
it's good. I mean,
how
I
no,
love
but
it.
how do you bring down the Indian race? Like, those of you don't know, I'm actually Indian as well. I'm a mix, but I'm not sure how do they bringing that as Indian.
They include culture and everything, I believe. Like when you're including something about the sari, which is something to do with them, culture and everything, they stand like, oh, you are, you're bringing our Indian name down because of models like you. People are going to look down on us, kind of thing. So the most, I just try to ignore all the negativity. I try to do what I want to do at the end of the day. Like it used to get to me a lot. I'm not going to lie. I used to see all the comments and be like, but then like now, I kind of just am like, I grew a thick skin. So in the modeling industry, you have to grow a thick skin over you and just be like, people will hate in the end I still want to do what I want to do. So we're going to keep progressing.
That is true lah. But yeah, that is true. There's a lot of like discrimination, especially because we're hearing from you, right? You say people backlash you. There's a lot of backlash, right? It's so weird because when I interviewed the male model, there wasn't any kind of thing. It's just the only concern was he was getting paid a lot. He was not getting paid a lot, or maybe they were fighting, or maybe he was cheating, or maybe something like that. But this like legit. If you listen to the previous podcast where I interviewed Roham, he's a commercial model. There wasn't any of this like backlash. Oh, you should be like changing your boob size. Oh, you should be wearing this. It's kind of weird lah. Like for a female model to like, do you think sexism plays a lot in the modeling industry?
It does. I
But why
feel
though?
like women tend to get it more than men lah. Because men, it is not only in the modeling industry. I think in everything.
Everything, yes.
Right, in everything, like women tend to get the more pressure, the more people expectations are higher. But when it comes to men, it's always chill, laid back, and I think it's also because of how things have been played down for generations and generations, like carried down kind of thing. Yeah, so people just follow that. Like, no one is just willing to break the stereotype of that, like a woman can do what she wants to do, can be what she wants to be. So that's just that. And male models, of course, you show your body. The body is the main thing for a male model, I believe. Like you need to have like a really tan
six pack or build like a lean body lah.
Yeah. So and you have the height, and that's just it. Like it's so simple. You don't need to wear heels. You don't need to like makeup. Makeup got lah a bit
lah, like a very very small makeup lah.
Yeah, but that's just it. It's very simple. But when it comes to a female model, you need to have like the perfect body shape, size, this, that, and you need to be able to fit in. And the measurements play a very important role. And then like everything about a woman's part of modeling is like really really precise compared to a man. So it's more harder if you ask me.
That is hard lah. But I'm not being like totally negative, but I've seen a positive side to it, like people embracing their body the way it is. Because I've seen a lot of like micro creatives like creating content based on like loving their body, loving the what's the scratch marks? Yeah, scratch marks, so on. So I believe it would change as long as like we educate the
public
lah about all of this.
A lot of people need to start coming out and advocating on important stuff. Especially when it comes to pageants. I believe that people should stop that stereotype where like, oh, a beauty queen should only be like this.
Yes.
In the end of the day, I think it focuses more on the person compared to like how she looks like or how her body looks like. Because the person is going to carry the title and do something for the society.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to break that thing. I'm not sure if I can or not. But in Malaysia, it's a bit difficult because if you notice like Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, these are all like very competitive when it comes to pageants.
Yep.
So they want to always send like the most stunning,
the perfect queen.
Yeah. And
I mean, I get it. It's all political. It's like, how do you brand the country and what the people bring lah. So I mean, I get the point of the pageant lah.
Yeah, I mean, like Miss Universe did a fantastic job, and they
Yep.
actually got a transgender
Yes,
into one of
yes,
their
yeah.
competitions, right? That was like an eye opener. A lot of people were like,
Yeah.
wow.
If I see that in Malaysia happening, I'll try to accept. Okay, Malaysia's becoming a
There
open country.
are, let me just be super honest, I've been a judge before for like pageants, but not like the big one, you know, like the small ones they
Uh-huh.
have. And there have been like a mixture of women and also trans women in the pageant. So when I was the judge, I was actually really wowed by the trans women because let's just face it, trans women really know how to walk.
Yes.
They know how their body maintenance is top notch, you know, and their talent wise is amazing. Somehow I feel like when it compares to women and trans women, they are way better in a lot of things, being like super blunt as a judge.
Okay.
So like I've always given high scores for them, but then like when the scores come back to me after all they take the chart and
kumpulan lah,
everything, it comes back different. And then when I ask them why, they're like, oh, we just want like to show that we're accepting, but then the winner has to be a woman. So you see, this is
Okay,
like
so guys, it's a very very good gossip going on. See, I mean that's the hard truth about. The industry lah. That's how it
there's
goes.
no acceptance yet.
Yeah.
I feel like in Malaysia the whole LGBT community is very you bring it up now and everyone's just like, oh, haram. But then like I think it's up to a person's choice on what they want to be in the end of the day. So yeah, that's that.
Okay. So coming back to your journey about your weight loss and everything, right? So I know that like you actually there was a breaking because I read through your stories and your articles, right? There was a breaking point why you decided to actually lose weight, and I'm not sure, is it because you had a pageant? Did you enter the pageant after you lose weight or before you losing weight?
I entered it after I lost weight, and I lost weight. I was about the age of 15. I was still in school. So the reason as to why I wanted to lose weight was because of all the bullying that happened in school and everything. I got just so sick of it lah. I'm like, you know what? Let me just show all these idiots wrong. So it happened. I'm really glad it happened.
But how long it take to lose the weight though?
About 6 months ish. It
6
was
months?
actually
Wow.
quite fast.
Okay.
Yeah, which is why a lot of people were like, oh my god, she did like liposuction and
Yeah.
she did surgery and blah blah blah. But then like I rarely went to school because of all the bullying. I'm always at home. So at home I took the time and effort to actually like read up and do something about my weight and everything. So it really worked well lah.
Yeah.
I think the only person that can vouch for me is my dad.
Okay. Unfortunately, he's not here. Maybe he's outside lah. Still waiting for you.
Nah, I think he already left lah. But he know because he saw like
Yeah.
all the effort being put in and everything. So when I was 18, I think when I joined Miss Lango, someone forced me to go for it lah. They were like, give it a shot.
Who
lah.
was that special person? We need to name them.
I don't know. I can't
You don't
remember.
know? Oh my god! I think if the person is watching this, like,
No, I mean I think that person also probably forgot lah, because I also
Okay,
forgot. It's
okay.
been quite a while already. But then like there's not only one person. A few people were like, I think you should just give it a shot, because modeling was never in my like dreams or anything. It wasn't my dream. I wanted to become something else. I wanted to become a veterinarian. Yeah,
Okay.
total opposite of what I'm doing now. But then like since I said okay lah, you know what, just see lah what's it about, and then it went really well for me. So I was like, okay, you know, I guess when you take a step forward into something you don't really feel like doing, you never know where it leads to.
all right, okay. So, yeah, concerning about that, you actually like opened up a new group. Was it a company or group or movement?
It's something more like a page lah.
Okay.
My future company, no
Okay.
SSM or anything.
I mean,
yet.
it's always a great start lah. I mean, this can
Yeah.
be your beginning lah.
Yeah, it's just like the first start to forever. Hashtag
So what-
Justin Bieber.
So what was it about?
It's just like this company where I opened, where I wanted to have like modeling classes and everything for people who wanted to join pageantry and everything, open to both men and women. So it's classes not only when it comes to pageants, to runways as well. So we teach them on runway walking, pageant walking, the difference, and then like self-grooming, how to take care of your body, how to do your simple makeup, very simple stuff like that. And of course, they have to pay lah. You know, we have.
What's the name of the page?
It's called Live to Inspire.
Live to Okay, if you guys want to know, just check it out. Live to Inspire. I put in the link description lah if you guys want to check it out.
Thank you.
But yeah, but is it because the reason why you started because you as yourself have gone through that journey, and I don't think other than your father there was no one other than your father helped you in the journey, right? Is that why you wanted to do this?
The only person that helped was of course my dad.
Yep.
Like my mom was like very unsupportive,
Yep.
you know, and music really helped me a lot. Like a huge Justin Bieber fan, huge Linkin Park
Yeah,
fan.
boy.
So-
We got two people friend here.
So yeah, that helped me. And then later on, I felt like to me, anyone can be a model if you ask me. It's just about how you carry yourself, the confidence you portray and everything. And I feel like everyone has it within them. So you just need to bring it out. You need to break the insecurities and everything. So it's more also of a self-esteem, confidence coaching, all in one, I can say, class and everything. So we accept everyone. There's no age limit. There is no how you should
whatever,
look like. Yeah, anyone can
just
do it.
anyone come who just really interested in modeling.
Yeah, plus the price is also pretty reasonable. I don't really put like high mark price.
It's 10,000 ringgit, guys.
This is not the Hyman Skin show. That you can head over to Hyman Skin's page if you have talent, free promotion. But yeah, so besides that, we also do like conceptual photo shoots. The one no one pays, I don't pay them, they don't pay me. But it's something where like we come up with a context. Like today we're going to talk about colorism. So when it comes to colorism, I'll be calling maybe about 5 dark-skinned women. This is what we did recently lah. So 5 dark-skinned women, and then they come to open up about their story, about what they've been through. Then we do a photo shoot to talk about it, so the news gets out. So something like that. Yeah. So we cover different topics lah.
Okay, cool. So if you guys are interested in doing modeling, just hit Joanna up or in the link description below. What's it again?
Live to inspire.
Live to inspire. All right, cool. So we're coming to the end of the podcast. So far we covered a lot about the harsh truth about modeling and this and that, right? Here's another harsh truth that I just recently learned. Joanna suggested this before the show, which is
He dragged me in.
you say that maybe if once you say that, I kind of realized it is that Malaysian brands prefer more Caucasian models compared to their local models, or they get treated more fairly compared to local models. Why is that? Anyway, do you think it's true?
100% true, because I'm in a lot of groups, on WhatsApp, all the model job groups, and then like recently everything that they've ever wanted is Caucasian. Okay, I understand this is one thing I realized when I'm in Malaysia, right? Everyone wants white people, but then when I am in like overseas, US for example, they always want Asian people. So I guess it works that way, where when you're in a country where if someone looks different, you want that kind of person.
Is that why all Malaysians are going out from Malaysia?
Probably. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fly out because I think opportunities are better overseas. To be very honest, very blunt.
I mean, I think because of this, right, I feel like Malaysians are losing a lot of creative people in their own country because they're not giving a lot of opportunities to their locals. I mean, I've seen a lot of my friends from my uni is right. They don't want to work here because of this particular reason.
Exactly, and the pay is so less. Let me just be honest. I've been around people before where their pay is super less, especially when it comes to not only models but productions as well.
Yes,
they get paid really low, and sometimes the payment comes after months. They have to keep bugging the producer or whatever, saying like, can you pay, and then like it comes after a long time. Sometimes they'll cut your pay for no reason and everything. And for modeling, I think our payment goes as low as $80. Yeah, $80. $80? Standby, 12 hours call time. Yeah, it's crazy, and people go for it because they just want to want to do something. They want to have the opportunity to be on screen as an extra pun tak apa.
My God.
Yeah, my shoots as well cost maybe about 200, 300. It's not like people think like, oh, model is like, wow, she earns millions. No, it's like really shitty, to be honest. I mean, not. It's fun at first because like, oh, I get to be in front of the camera. I get to
meet new people, famous people,
and pictures. I get a lot of nice pictures of myself and everything. But later on, as you progress in the industry, like after a few years, there will be a point where you'll be like, oh my God, like it's never changing.
Yep.
So I feel like if you want to venture, just.
It's kind of weird though. I mean, when you say 200, 300, it was like 2 years ago when I heard from a different model who was in the commercial as well. I can't believe that this is still happening until like after even 2 years later.
It is. It's still happening. Like Caucasian people, they get paid about 500, 600. Their markup level is like really high.
Because they're Caucasians. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Even there was like a scandal going on with a certain university. They were only looking for Caucasian people, not Malaysian people.
Yeah, and I also feel it's because they get to promote their uni in a way where like,
we have like...
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, if you're following the Gossips network or Twitter...
So much of tea.
You guys will know what uni we are talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think? Since Caucasian models are getting paid more than local models, right? What do you think from your own point of view, local Malaysian models, other than just pursuing their career as a model or any doing, what other direction should they go in terms of making money or the career?
Anything besides OnlyFans.
Hey, that's not true. Some OnlyFans people I've seen, right? They bought a freaking house.
Yeah, bro, but have you seen the content of OnlyFans?
Yeah, but have you? Okay, here's the thing. I don't know. Twitter is like the best friend for me to snap up any shit, right?
I know.
I've seen girls selling picture of feet or whatever, like the fetish or whatever, and they're making money from it. You know?
Yeah, and it's quite expensive because USD, kan?
Yeah.
A lot of my friends are on OnlyFans. Okay, guys, my friends, I have nothing against OnlyFans. Okay, please don't hate me. I'm just saying, like, I'm pretty sure there's better ways out there, like. OnlyFans. Okay, they say OnlyFans can be about anything. It's not only about what we think.
Yes, I mean it become that way because a lot of people are doing it, especially the porn stars lah. They actually brought that thing up lah, which I'm not sure why lah, but
it's very dangerous if you think about it, because nowadays there are a lot of Telegram groups that are spreading nudes and all.
Yeah,
so
especially the recent one.
V2K.
Is it V2K or C2K?
Yeah, V2K.
Oh, V2K.
It has like 80,000 people inside.
When that thing came out, I'm like, what is this going on?
It's
man?
crazy.
Is this how we came up to that? It's like, okay.
So imagine if they go on your OnlyFans and they take that, you know?
Yeah.
And people are paying to see something like that, and then these idiots take it and sell it for free. So you're still losing in the end of the day. So I think make something, like, be different lah, if you ask me. I can't tell you how to be different because only you would probably have some ideas, but be creatively different. Maybe you can explore makeup, or you know, you can just play around with different kind of stuff. Maybe video would work for you, videoing, YouTube. Try to venture into new stuff.
That's a cool conversation I had actually with my friend yesterday during our shoot. We were talking about, you know, have you heard of this phrase called jack of all trades but master of none?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so it's basically like you are expert. I mean, you know what to do, like makeup, modeling, acting or whatever, right? But you're not master in certain things. So let's say if Joanna, they say, who is Joanna? The first thing that comes to mind, they don't know what it is. Like maybe for me, modeling. For somebody, it's like acting. Somebody is singing. So that's why we say you are focused on different stuff lah. But there's an argument is that when you focus on a lot of different stuff, you won't be a master in one, and that will, like, in a way, be very hard for you to land a job.
True.
Right. But do you think that in Malaysia, it's very, very good to have different skill set to land more jobs?
Actually, yeah, it is, because if you notice, there are people who can do. They are like multi-talented. I would say. You know, I've seen like. People are magicians, models who are magicians, models who can sing, who can dance, you know, some even can do plumbing work also. Really, you know. Okay. So like I feel like the more things you can do would actually benefit you in more ways lah. If my dad always tells me something, this is like a conversation, I always have an argument with him. He always believes that education in a way is important, because if, for example, I'm doing modeling now, right, he always tells me that it's not permanent. So one day, whatever I have is going to fade. You know,
of course.
Beauty is only skin deep.
The nature will come back to you.
Yeah. So once that happens, and there are a lot of new models coming in the market or everything, and you can't be like this forever. So you need something to lean back on, which you know that will support you throughout. Okay. So it's always good to have like many different options. So if one goes off, you know that, okay, I still have this, I still have that. So I think it's really good in a way that if you know how to do a few things, it's good lah. Yeah.
So before we end this podcast, right, I think I can suggest one way as a model if you're starting out of your newbie, right? Because this guy shared to me a long time ago lah. He said that if let's say I'm not a model, when I retired, I can be a model manager. Since I have a lot of contacts with a lot of people.
True, that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Right. If you guys are like experienced model, or if you're just pursuing your modeling career, think about the end goal. What if, because modeling is not forever, unless they suddenly create the youth serum. What's the word? The youth serum.
#plastic surgery.
Or whatever. Or you become half cyborg, or just become like ageless for thousands years. Then okay lah. But if not, just prepare your end goal, or what you're gonna do for your after modeling career lah. Yeah, I mean that's a good idea, managing models.
Yeah, because even with the models I have that come and join me, right, I have people ask me like, do you have any models with this criteria?
Then you can get like certain commissions, right?
Yeah, but normally I don't lah. I just give them the job, like, you know, take it and go, because I'm happy that people are recognizing them through me. You know, at the end of the day, these are my people also. So my name kind of goes out.
It's like also. Joanna gang, yo. #Joanna gang.
Team Joanna.
Alright, so we came to the end of the podcast. Thank you for coming, even though we delayed for like so long.
I'm so sorry.
But never mind. It's been a great podcast. It's nice to see Joanna after like 2 years. I think the first time we met, I was like way skinnier.
Yeah, true. And I'm still waiting for the video.
Oh yeah. I still haven't sent the video yet. Okay, never mind. But I remember you had blonde hair right at the time.
Yeah, and I had longer hair lah.
Is
Now
it?
it's like just short.
Okay.
And I've become a bit fat.
Okay.
It happens.
Okay.
MCO at home, everyone is just eating all the time.
Alright, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed the podcast, guys, and thank you for kick-starting the season 2.
I am honored.
And a happy New Year's, guys. Hopefully 2021 will be our year lah.
Hopefully lah.
Any last words you want to say?
Thank you for having me on the podcast. I really enjoyed. This is something very easygoing. You know,
Yep,
it's
yep.
like a chatting thing. It's not like an interview. So I really had fun. And don't forget to subscribe
Yay! She knows the word.
to my darling friend. He's been doing amazing for a long time, ever since I knew him.
3 years.
Yeah. So
Wow, 3 years. Wow.
it's been a long time, right? Yeah. So just don't forget to subscribe, like, share if you like this, and stay tuned for more important stuff.
Yay! Alright, guys. Go out there, discover, connect, and inspire. And see you guys in the next video.